What's up guys, we're here back again with another video, and today I need to talk about value, price points, and how much have you got from this game. Yes, it's the Division 2. This game came out March 2019, it came out at £50, now you can get it as little as $7.99. Or if you bought a console over Christmas in the UK, from game, the likelihood is you've had the Division 2, yes, for bloody free. So, free! Guys, let's talk, let's do it. The Division 2, guys, yes, the Division 2. The game that has split the community right down the middle. Some will love this game and others will absolutely be so pissed off given how frustrating their experience has been and how Massive have, in their own words, ruined the PvP experience. Now, I'm a content creator, I produce content, I tend to be as impartial as possible, but I feel something needs saying, I will definitely say it. But what we need to talk about is value. New players to the game. Is this game worth it at that price point? So, John Lewis are selling the Division 2 in the UK at $7.99. Now that's quite cheap. And at the same time, the game has not been out 12 months yet. And it is bargain basement, bottom of the pile. It is impulse purchase, bargain bin. Is it worth picking up at that price point? Also, Game, UK's #1 game retailer, are selling this at $9.99. That is for the Washington edition on Xbox and PS4. So, at that price point, again, for the extra couple of bits of DLC, i.e. skins and shit, is it worth that price point? Now, the game has depreciated in value, as do all games over time, unless you are Rockstar, where games never depreciate, they just sell them or whatever they want to sell them, or Nintendo games. For example, first-party Nintendo games always have that $49.99 price point, and they rarely go down. And when they do, they drop a $5, which is absolutely mental. Again, that's the Nintendo market. That's always been the case. But for everyone else, other than Rockstar, prices depreciate very, very quickly. Now, with the Division came out at £50 brand new back in March 2019. In the summertime, it went down to $24.99, and Black Friday, it dropped £9.99 in the UK. And it stayed at that price point until January. Quite scary, and the game has been for 6 weeks absolutely dirt cheap. And also, if you purchase an Xbox One or PS4 over Christmas, you would have had the Division 2 for blinking stinking free, which is mental. So you open that on Christmas Day and you get the Division 2, and you're thinking, what's this? Shall I play it? What shall I do? Shall I trade it? No, the trade value is so low, so you don't trade it. Do you play it? You give it a whirl and you see what you think. So for free, what's the value? And for $7.99, let's talk about it. Now, I'm a day one player. I played the beta. I was hardcore Division 1. Coming to Division 2 was the natural succession for me personally. And again, to produce content based on said games. Now, the game has had many different iterations of patches and updates. Massive have done, in all honesty, guys, I think quite a piss poor job with the content they have delivered. So there was a season pass, and in all honesty, if you purchased the season pass year one, and hands up, I was one of them, I do feel shortchanged because I've just got a bit of early access and a bit of content a bit earlier. And that's something that genuinely upset me, because I'm a big believer, if I'm going to spend the extra for a season pass or extra content, I'm going to get a lot of bang for my buck. And at the price point, I didn't. So it was a damp squib. And again, I feel I can talk for 99.9% of the community in saying that the content we got from year one is abysmal. Will it improve in year two? Again, that's another question. But currently, for $7.99, is this game worth the value? Is it worth that price? What are you going to get for $7.99? I'll go over a few things now from two different perspectives. First perspective is for PvP players. Now, I'll start with PvP, so I'm going to start with the bad, and I'll end on a positive, if that can happen in the video. Now, with the PvP, I am a PvPer. I play games, I have fun for PvP. I like competing against other players, whether that be through COD, be Destiny, again, the Division 1 and many other games that I've played. I want to PvP. I feel that's a true test of someone's skills. Now, in the Division 2 PvP is shocking to say the very least. And I think if you enjoy the PvP, again, just give me some reasons. Give me some, again, give me a good counter argument, because I don't feel the value is there in PvP when you can hide behind a build. I don't believe that. I believe a build should improve your playstyle, but it should not be everything that revolves around your style. Whether that be Berserk Clutch, whether that be 600k armor and 3k skill power. You see there's a lot of problems that have existed in the game, and that's part and parcel down to the devs, where most of the problems stem from, is the devs. I'm hoping they learn for year 2, but as it stands, I'm on the fence to see if they're actually going to get it right in year 2. But for the price point, going back, $7.99. Is it worth $7.99? Now, if you go to the cinema, you can watch the new Star Wars film, it's going to cost you £10. You're also going to get some popcorn, or some Maltesers, or maybe even a drink, a refreshment. That's going to cost you an extra 10 quid. So 20 quid if you so, or if you don't want to do anything, you're a skinflint like me, it's just a tenner. So a £10 for 2 hours of entertainment. And you may or you may not like that film. But for $7.99 with The Division, again, you may or may not like that, but you're paying less. And also you have a wealth of campaign content, which is around about 30 hours. And the campaign lauded to a great success when it came out. It was received very, very well by one and all, because the campaign was in a good place. It was rough with content. In terms of the storyline, was a little bit like drivel, in all honesty, but the actual content you had, the missions, how you learned to pick up new skills, new skill variants, was a lot of fun. And building from that, I think that's where the game started to wane, and that was the world tiers. Going for the world tiers was just pointless. You should have started at 30 and progressed through your gear score. That should have been it. No world tiers, because they were absolutely joke shop. But once you got through to World Tier 5 and you're farming for gear, and that's when you can start the loot grind. That's when the game truly begins. But in that 30-hour content of just playing through the campaign and enjoying the strongholds, was an enjoyable experience, and I did thoroughly enjoy my time grinding through. And then when you get to the gear grind, that became a whole new beast. And again, how the game operated when the game first came out, RNG was joke shop, in all fairness, was all over the shop. Some people enjoyed it, some people have good good loot drops. I didn't. I was one of those that struggled consistently to get the pieces I need, and then trying to work out what brand sets synergize with what were quite difficult to understand. Not just for me, but for a lot of community members. So they got a lot wrong. And they continue to get a lot of stuff wrong as well as the content that dropped was minuscule. It was the extra couple of missions and Kennelly College throughout the patches and episode updates. But again, the content was lackluster, to say the very, very least. But again, for $7.99, what you've got now, and if you purchase this game now, you're in a good place, because PvE is, in all honesty, really good. I'd recommend it to anyone, just for PvE, if you just like picking up this game and playing it every few days. I think you're in a good place. I think you'll have a lot of value for all your $7.99. So is it bargain? Is it basement? Is it bin? Is it rip-off? It's a $7.99 bargain, in my opinion. But for PvP, again, it's something I'd avoid like the plague. So $7.99, I would not pick this game up whatsoever if I just wanted PvP. You're going to struggle grinding to get the gear that you want, and when you get there, you get to PvP, and it's a whole different beast. So PvP, it's not something I touch with a barge pole. And even more so, I mean, a lot of people probably suggested it was me that had this issue with PvP, but now more and more content creators are saying the same old crap. That is, PvP is a mess. And again, some people will generally stand there and say, PvP is not bad, I'm enjoying it. Fair enough, that's your prerogative, that's your experience. But for the majority of the player base and the community, we dislike PvP. It is imbalanced. It is so shoddy. It is untrue. So, Year 2 holds all the cards. If you're picking this game up now at $7.99, you will have a great gaming experience for PvE. You'll enjoy the content the game that has. And again, you will get an easy 100 hours and go, I've enjoyed my experience. It's a decent game. I've done all that I can do. I've got some decent gear. 100 hours in. Happy days. But ultimately, if you want a bit more, if you want the complete package, I would be very wary on this game. And then wait to see what happens in Year 2. Because Year 2 holds all the trump cards. if they get it right and they nail it and nail the attribute system and also balance gear, balance weapons, then potentially this game could be really, really good again. And as I said, Division 1 was good after 2 years. 2 years, Division 1 became a bloody great game. The Division 2 is still in its infancy. It's still only 10 months old, so still there is a lot of room to maneuver. But the counter to that is, why wasn't the game great from day one? Again, so there's so many tricks that the devs have missed, and I genuinely hope they get this nailed. I mean, nailed on the head for year 2, because I'm passionate about this game. I'm highly frustrated about this game. I'm at the point thinking, I'm on that fence with this game. $7.99, I recommend it for people that are casual. I think it's a good pickup. For people more hardcore, want a PvP, I would, again, play another game. I hear Tetris is good. Give that a whirl. But still, that's my opinion. Let me know what you think in the comments section. Would you feel this is a $7.99 bargain or $7.99 rip-off? Personally, $7.99, it's got to sway towards that bargain route because of the content the game has for PvE. What happens next in year 2? I would love to find out, but so far I'm on the fence. Guys, as always, appreciate you stopping by, appreciate you watching this video, thank you very much. If you want to see more Division 2 content, like, subscribe and all that jazz, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.